Do you get that from your family? What does it mean?
I mean, they don't even know what it is.
Viens petite fille dans mon comic strip, viens faire du bulle, viens faire les.
Welcome back to another episode of Made Up. I'm your host, Danny Volk, and we are here with the artist CARRIS Adams. Hi.
Hey.
So, secret information about CARRIS. CARRIS was actually the first artist that we interviewed on this series.
Yeah, it was great.
But it didn't work because I was a horrible host. I had no clue. We had spent so much time we need 2 lights and this boom mic and all this stuff. And then I sat in the chair and I was like, oh wait, what am I supposed to do? So I came off really dumb in that episode. But now I'm gonna come off really smart.
Hey, that's good. I'm pretty sure I came off dumb. I don't know anything about makeup, and so I just kept fiddling with the stuff.
Well, now we're just gonna seem like geniuses.
Yeah, we are. It's gonna be great. Danny, are you ready to be made up?
Let's do it.
Awesome. I think I have an idea.
Oh, you do?
Uh-huh, sort of.
Okay, so it's different than the last one.
Yeah, it's gonna be different than the last one. I'm telling you, we're professionals now.
So we're here in the gallery of your MFA show. Tell me what you're showing. What's in here?
I have 2 paintings. One is actually outside the gallery. I was feeling bold since I'm graduating. The Sweet Mississippi that's behind me. I have 4 drawings to your right, or my right, actually, your left, and X's in the corners. Did you see the X's before?
Well, I saw one in Land's End.
Those were the precursor to these, but I decided I want to make 110 minutes, so I started to do screen prints of them last summer.
Really?
Yeah, and I had some kids over at the Hyde Park Art Center help me do it. I was thinking about the housing issues here in Chicago and land, how the city invests in other property before it cares about things that are here on the south or the west side. You know, and you see it on the train a lot when you're coming here, that you see these huge X's marking these buildings. They're trying to tell you not to go in it for safety reasons, but they're not trying to rebuild them for housing or anything. They'd rather just tear them down and sell them. Well, I know that I read this article in it says 3 months they put up 2,500 or something like that in the south and west side. It's so how can I make that many with screen prints? And I got to maybe around 100.
And you said you had kids at the Hyde Park Art Center help you?
Yeah.
So tell me a bit about what you do at the Hyde Park Art Center.
I am the team coordinator of programs there. So we have 4 programs. One is the Youth Art Board, where these kids, they do events. So they are community and outreach. We have the Art Shop. An art shop are people like us that are in the studio all the time, or at least they're trying to figure that out. So they get a nice little stipend for supplies, and they pitch their own project, and they have an exhibition at the end. And we have photo studio, or plug-in studio is what we call it, and this video game design. And then we have teen photo. And they work with a photographer out of Columbia, usually a grad student, and they produce a body of work as well.
And so you're sort of coordinating all of these programs?
Yes, I coordinate those. It's a lot of emails, my friend.
And how did you get into it?
In Texas, I was actually involved in quite a bit of education and museums, and just kind of trying to figure out, do I really want to do this art thing? Is it possible to do this art thing? And so I started to look for backups, or what I thought was backups. And working in education seemed to be that. But it never really got off in Texas. So I would be working and volunteering, but nothing really happened. And I actually was just diving more into the studio. And then when I came to Chicago, someone offered me a position, just kind of randomly. The next day I was offered a position at the Hyde Park Art Center. I was oh, okay. It was sure. I will do that. But it's been really great. I'm not trained in that kind of way. I'm totally an artist, But they teach me a lot, and I teach them stuff. So it's been pretty cool, actually.
We're here at the University of Chicago in the Logan Center Gallery, and your studio is upstairs. Yeah. So what are you doing up there?
It's empty now. Unfortunately, I'll have to pack it up soon because I'm graduating. I started working on some flowers, actually. I've been taking a ton of photos of flowers. It's so funny, here in Chicago, they literally import spring. It's it's literally coming off of the truck, and they refresh it every couple of months. The flowers have been really interesting, how you use them as a celebration, or how if they're laid out on the street, they can be a symbol of death or thinking of someone. So I've been trying to wrap my brain around that. Like, how can those be a part of the practice, also as a signifier for what has happened here or what people think has happened here? So that'll be the next step. You'll be seeing a lot of flowers.
So you're not originally from Chicago. You've just been here for 2 years. But it seems like you're sort of invested in what's going on in Chicago.
Yeah, I like the Chicago scene. It seems that people here are like really interested in the work. People are like actually looking at things. And that's nice. You know, I think for me anyway, I tend to think too many years into the future, like thinking about when I'm old or something. And I see myself back in Texas in like a house and doing paintings in the grass or something, like whatever. But here it's nice that people are very supportive of what you do. Like you at least have the opportunity to apply to these grants and to show at this place and meet gallerists or actually like come into your shows. Like there was one here last night for the opening. I'm like, that's nice. And that wasn't happening in Texas for multiple reasons. One, that there's just like no gallery scene. So at least that there are people talking and engaged in a way differently here.
What's next for you?
Ooh, so I'll be staying here. I have my position at the Hyde Park Art Center. I'm really excited to like do that. It's a weird thing, like being in graduate school. In 1 quarter, I've done like 5 or 6 paintings, and that's 10 weeks of time. I'm really interested in taking a year on a painting. Like I want to make myself take a year on a painting. It's like, but there are people who are like, what the hell? Why would you want to do that? But to see what kind of decisions you make, you know?
Sure. Are you staying in Hyde Park?
I am staying in Hyde Park.
Are you sort of devoted to the South Side now that you came to Chicago and started here?
I am devoted to the South Side. I like want a South Side hat and everything. Like I refuse to go north.
Tell me what you like about it.
Like one, I like that it can be quiet at other times. Like Rogers Park, which is up like far north, can be like that too. I won't lie, I like the fact that I'm around my people. You know, it's like, Jared's back there, he's like, and she said it. But I am, like, I like being around my folks. And I think after spending 3 years in Austin, where the school alone was like 45,000 students, but only 8 to 10% Black students
Really?
in the entire city.
Wow.
And that was like constantly dropping. I like my folk. So I do want to be around my people. And there's a thing that happens, like that people tend to get an amount of success and like they like vacate the space. And like I don't want to do that. Like I want to see like how can I invest myself here and be a part of this place in the same way that I was a part of my neighborhood in Dallas or I was a part of my neighborhood in Austin. Is that possible? Like what does that look like? Even now, like I can go down the street and some of my high school students are like, "Hey, CARRIS," like that's nice.
Tell me about this makeup job you're doing.
Yep, and I think I'm done. So it's fantastic. Totally after the painting.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, fun. Does it have a title?
Sweet Mississippi.
So I just want you to know that if you need any fruit, I'm selling it.
There you go.
Straight from my face.
There we go.
Well, great show. Thanks for having us in the gallery.
me.
It just opened last night. We're very excited to be here, very lucky to be here. And best of luck in all that you have coming up and with your
Thank
transition
you.
into the real world.
Yeah, that's what they're calling it these days, the real world.
Still called that?
Yeah, life.
Life. Takes me back.
Well, thanks for having me again. This is great.
We did it. We are professionals.
We are professionals now.
We did it this time, straight to air.
There we go.
Thanks, CARRIS.
Thank you.
This has been Made Up with Danny Volk. We'll see you next time. Now we just...